Hello, my name is Maria and I'm the founder of Celtic Angels, a home healthcare agency. And today I wanted to reach out to all those caregivers out there that are currently taking care of either their husbands, their moms, their dads, or a family member who are dealing with Alzheimer's, which is such a very sad, debilitating disease. I get asked all the time, what is Alzheimer's? And basically, it's when your brain cells die. And it really depends on the part of your brain that is affected. For some people, their speech is affected. But it's very interesting. We took care of an Alzheimer's patient. And even though she was non-verbal, the minute she heard a song that she knew, we were all shocked. She knew every single word. So with Alzheimer's, you're really, as a caregiver, you're really like a detective because you're trying to reach your loved one and connect with them. So I'm dedicating this YouTube to you caregivers out there who, in my opinion, deserve a medal for taking care of your loved ones with this very tough disease. So I just wanted to share a few tips of what I've learned on my nursing journey and in hopes that it can help one of you out there. When you go to speak to a person with Alzheimer's, you really have to keep the environment very calm. They're very tuned into you and they pick up any energy if you're feeling anxious or stressed, and they react in the same way. It's very interesting. So always make sure that you face them, that they can see your face, and then to reorientate them, state their name. So, because people with Alzheimer's have attention deficits, and it's so sad, but they might not even remember their name. So if you say, "Oh, good morning, Mary, how are you?" It kind of relaxes them somewhat. And if you can try and maintain eye contact with them as well, it's really important for that connection. But by the same token, if your loved one doesn't want to maintain eye contact with you, what you can do is just touch them on their forearm gently. Some of the Alzheimer's patients really respond well to touch, and so that you'll find that they'll maintain eye contact with you again. Keep your language slow and simple. What you should avoid doing is, if you're out in the kitchen and your loved one is in the sitting room, avoid shouting from the kitchen. They do not do well with that. You really need to communicate with them. You really need to be a physical presence right in front of them. Sometimes as a caregiver, you might get very impatient and agitated yourself because taking care of an Alzheimer's patient is no small task. So as an example of that, you may say, "Please put on your bathrobe." But honestly, your loved one doesn't know what the hell you're talking about. What is like a bathrobe? So it's best to kind of demonstrate it and go get the bathrobe and very gently instruct your loved one, "Here, let me help you put your bathrobe on." Avoid questions. This is a biggie because this really, I've seen Alzheimer's patients get very nervous, upset because they know they should know the answers to questions, but they don't. So avoid questions that ask when, where, who, how, and especially why. And here is another biggie. Please do not correct your loved ones when they use a wrong word or they're having difficulty expressing themselves. I mean, it's okay to help them. Just say they're trying to verbalize that they want to put their sweater on, and you know that that's what they're trying to verbalize to you and communicate to you. But don't ever correct them. Just let it fly over your head if they say a word that they're not meant to say. And because the whole premises of you taking care of this patient is that you are there to provide the loving support, the calmness, the patience that makes them feel secure. So Alzheimer's patients are always looking to go home, and I hear from my caregivers, families, they get very upset with this because they think, my mom is home, why does she keep saying I want to go home? But in the Alzheimer's mind, they've forgotten what home looks like, but they are searching for this feeling of being in a familiar place that unfortunately this cruel disease has taken from them. So when your Alzheimer's patient is looking to go home, you probably are their home. If you're a family member, a caregiver. So just if you can reassure them, you are home, maybe get some photographs that you had of the past, because the long-term memories stay. And doctors don't even know why this is true. So if they have old photographs from their childhood, pull them out and say, oh, look at this, and try and distract them from their distress. For you as a family member, this is extremely, very, very emotionally painful for you when your mom or your dad don't know who you are anymore. And I really urge you to seek help for yourself and take care of yourself through this process, because you really don't want to be the one ending up in the hospital with caregiver breakdown. Get the help that you need, and there are a lot of community resources out there, the Alzheimer's Association, your elder services, your home health care agencies that would be more than happy to help you through this very, very difficult, challenging time. I hope this YouTube video has helped you in some small way. Thank you, and God bless you.